Greetings, everyone. Corey here. Time for another midnight review, and we went to go see Bad Times at the Al Royale, which is pretty crazy because there was like three good movies. At least they looked good, or at least were interesting enough to for me to kind of like, you know, for them to get on my radar. But pretty much trailer for this one, the Bad Times at Al Royale, just hooked me right from the start. Really, uh, it has such a great um, song that they use and just the way that it's done. Like honestly, I thought it was like Quentin Tarantino, but it's not Quentin Tarantino. It's the same guys that did Cabin in the Woods, which man like threw me off. And also, what does the people at Cabin in the Woods have about like voyeurism? uh, because we have another movie where they're spying through people, through whether it's hidden mics or two-way mirrors, even filming them. It's just kind of like Cabin in the Woods a little bit, where granted there's no higher power, where they're trying to satisfy it with these killings and stuff. This is more kind of like getting dirt on people and stuff like that, which it seems like it is. uh it's pretty interesting because they keep some things vague, which I like. Almost kind of like Pulp Fiction. They have this one thing, which I don't want to spoil too much, but pretty much they have something that's very powerful and probably worth a lot of money, and they don't quite tell you who it relates to. Which, I mean, we think of the time and like what's going on. You could kind of, I mean, there's a few people, a good handful of people that you could probably guess who it is. Um, which, one of the things that helps with that is saying that they're dead during the filming of this movie. So you could kind of get a little, kind of narrow it down. It's supposed to be a pretty big thing. So, but they don't tell you. So they don't even show you. So that's the, kind of Pulp Fiction thing. But there's also these twists. There's also, like I said, it feels very Tarantino because it starts off in order, but then it has its own story for each character, for each room, for each, yeah, like I said, pretty much each character. There's like 7, 8 chapters, and then they all combine, overlap, and just Tarantino style. I know it's been done before, but Tarantino is just the best description pretty much for this movie. It's very Tarantino-ish. Granted, it's still it is a long movie. I will say that. I kind of lost track of the time because our movie showing was a little late, like 20 minutes. We were just sitting there in the theater waiting for it to start. Nothing. So it added 20 minutes to it. Granted, I think they cut out most of the previews because we only saw one preview for our upcoming movie. So that's didn't help the runtime because I think this clocks in at about 2 hours 20 minutes, which for a movie of this type I think is pretty long. Granted, Tarantino has done stuff like that, but it's not as action packed as that. It's definitely more talking. It's more setting up and waiting for the payoff, which I do like that they did change a few things that you kind of think is gonna happen. They did subvert your expectation, and it really gets you a couple times. So I still got my drink. I always refill when I leave. Get my money's worth. But yeah, man, like it was a good movie. It's definitely an interesting movie. It's not, boring at all. Everybody does a great job acting. It feels like, oh man, I don't know what's her name. Um, the singer in the movie. Yeah, I can't figure out her name right now. But yeah, like if you see the trailer for this movie, she's singing, which it feels like I'm not sure if she's actually singing. I should have looked it actually up to see if she was singing because she looks like it. Uh, I'm pretty sure she is, but man, just everything that goes on. Like I said, one of the things that feels very Tarantino-ish is that there's a lot of uh, actions going on with music or singing, the beats, the rhythm, just everything visually, going on. It's just the twists and turns, the characters, everything just like works pretty well. It keeps you interested enough because it is, like I said, a long movie. It's not boring. It can start feeling a little boring, but then something will happen and it just kicks everything back up again. So yeah, man, it's a really good movie. I do like the music. Do like the timepiece, which I think it was during Nixon, so 70s, I would assume. And of course, everything, if you've seen the trailers, something takes place before that, which, like I said, you can kind of figure out what or who's on that film, at least, get within a, handful of people, which is pretty interesting. And hopefully I didn't spoil nothing, but like I said, I try not to spoil. There's some really good stuff. The funny thing about this movie, I will say, is for some reason I did not realize, really sure it's too much of a spoiler because if you see the cast list and everything like that, Chris Hemsworth is in it, which for some reason I did not recognize him during the trailers, probably because he wasn't shown too much, or I don't know, like he looks different enough, and he plays an interesting character to say the least. So that's something to look forward to, and he doesn't even come in until like the last hour. So this was a very fun, well, not really fun, but suspenseful movie for sure. Uh, it That's honestly all I can say is it feels very Tarantino like in the good way and not in the bad. So I'll recommend it. So if you guys find it interesting, let me know. Add a comment, ask me anything about it. Try not to spoil too much, because it is one of those movies, but it's pretty good. Definitely, like I said, subverts your expectations. So there you go. But next time we're going to, as much as I don't really want to see it, I probably will end up seeing it. The new Halloween, which is supposed to be a direct sequel to the original Halloween. Should be interesting. Was this the fourth time around for the? I guess it's not really a reboot. It is a honest sequel to the original Halloween. So we'll see. Horror movies aren't really my thing, but so far it's getting some good stuff. There's some good word about it. So here's hoping. But besides that, doesn't look like much. I'm not really interested in Johnny English Strikes Back because that week I will be at LA Comic Con, which I'll have my little cameras and videos, and you'll see some videos and stuff like that. So until next time, guys. Later.